Hey guys, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Live on Tuesdays. Hope everybody's doing well. You know, the year is just buzzing by once again. I'm gonna wait for some people at least to show up on the live. But you know me, I don't wait too long. I kind of jump into it. So if you catch it on the replay, that's all good as well. But anyway, guys, yeah, the year is buzzing by once again. All right, it's already May. Next thing you know, it's going to be June. That's half of the year over. And I really want you guys to think long and hard about, you know, what have you accomplished so far in this last 4 or 5 months, coming up on 5 months, and in relation to where you were last year, right? Because you have to gauge your progress, not just as an individual, but you have to gauge your progress as a community as well. Okay, guys? And, if you look around uh, the country today, it's a lot of division going on. It's not like it wasn't divided before, but it just seems more pronounced. And, you can blame that on a lot of things. A lot of people blame it on, who's in power now and their ideologies and all that good stuff. Um, but at the end of the day, what are you doing to change your circumstances? Or are you just looking around, throwing your hands up and pointing the finger, saying it's their fault? Well, yeah. I mean, it's always going to be outside influences, external influences that can either help you or hinder you from your progress. But there is no progress if you don't have goals, right? If you don't have any goals, you can't talk about progress. So, my question to you guys today is, what kind of goals do you have? Not just as an individual, but what kind of goals do you have as a community? And that's why I titled this live tonight, Investing in Your Community is an Investment in You. And the problem I think we have today is that we don't have a sense of community, right? We say we do, but do we really? Because if we had a sense of community, we would, in my opinion, we would be supporting each other more than we are now. Right? It looks good. It sounds good to say it. It may even feel good to say it. But at the end of the day, everything comes down to actions. And I think that's the hardest part for people to grasp, is that, your actions speak louder than your feelings. Your actions speak louder than your words, right? So what are we doing to invest in our communities? Because at the end of the day, it affects us, guys. So I'm going to get some housekeeping out of the way first and foremost. Okay, guys. Now, this channel, Caliber 8, pretty much, even though I'm the face of this channel, it depends on you guys. It depends on your support. And, it depends on you guys subscribing, sharing the content, and all that good stuff, right? Because without you guys doing that, then there's no Calibrate. There's no YouTube channel or whatever, right? So I just want to say thank you for all that has supported me so far. And I'm constantly looking for new milestones to achieve. And you guys got to help me do that, right? So right now we're at around 30, I think 32K subscribers or so. Why not get the channel to, let's just say 40 by the end of next month, right? Why not? I know you guys can do it if you appreciate the content, and if I am helping you in some way, which I know I am, based on the comment section. I get a it's a very rewarding feeling when I read the comment section and people are being helped. That's what this is all about, guys. But like I was saying, I would love to expand this enterprise, the Calibrate enterprise, to a much larger audience, and you guys can help me do that. I'm on other platforms as well, and matter of fact, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, but YouTube and TikTok is probably my main channels. And so, yeah, I appreciate if you guys hop on over there to TikTok and support as well. Get that one going. I'll probably leave the link. It's Caliber 8 Tools, guys. You recognize me over there. All you gotta do is type in Caliber 8 Tools, and if you're not there already. But yeah, guys, at the end of the day, you have to have a goal, right? And you can't be shy about it, right? You don't have to tell the whole world about what you're trying to do, but you gotta have a goal, regardless of whether you share it with people or not, to gauge the progress that you're making, throughout the year. And I always do that. That's why I do lives like this every now and then to talk about where I am and where you are or where you could be. But there's certain ingredients that you have to have in your daily uh, process to make that happen. Number one, guys, you got to have discipline. Okay, you got to have discipline. You don't necessarily have to. You may not necessarily feel like um, getting up and, say, for instance, getting in front of a camera or doing all this. But if you're trying to build something, guys, there are certain non-negotiables that you have to partake in this day and age. Social media is one of them, right? Broadcasting what you do, building your brand is one of them, and being in front of a camera or having representatives in front of a camera, um, pushing what you do is absolutely necessary. So whether you feel like it or not, you're gonna have to do these things. You're definitely gonna have to do these things. You have to be dedicated, to having a schedule, right? Having a schedule and sticking to that, guys. It's not I would say that having a schedule, right? And my schedule isn't even that fine tuned. Yeah, I come on Tuesdays. I do lives on Tuesdays, and I have content, regular long form content on Thursdays. But I don't even think I've maximized my schedule like I can, right? Or I guess another word is optimize my schedule like I could be doing to really build what I'm building here, right? So but you definitely have to have that, right? You have to have a schedule, and if even if it's just starting out with one day of content creation, or one day of organization, one day of brainstorming, writing down ideas, and and then the next day maybe filming or implementing those ideas at some point, right? Very, very, very important. I can't stress the importance of having a schedule, because when I first started this channel, I didn't have a schedule. I was kind of haphazardly putting out content, and then later on, I would say probably maybe a year later, a year or year and a half later, I decided to really fine tune the schedule. And once again, I don't even think it's as fine tuned as it could be. But I'm not trying to overdo it either. I'm trying to leave some level of flexibility in there, okay? Because my schedule is packed, and I'm on other platforms trying to grow those as well, right? But yeah, guys, it's not it's definitely not a walk in the park, right? It may look like, oh, you're just getting on camera talking about stuff. No, guys, it's a lot of work behind the scenes. Um, it takes funds to keep this stuff going. That's why I would appreciate if you guys support the channel any way you can. We got Calibrate merch as well, so check out the merch we have. That's one way to support the channel, so we can continue to bring you this content. Okay, sharing the content, like I said, subscribing, and pushing forward, right? Because at the end of the day, it takes you guys to help build this channel. It's not just me, right? This is a group effort right here. And, I would love for us to, continue to move forward, expand the Calibrate family, and so we can serve each other and really get out there and really serve the community like I really want to do. There's a lot of things that I would like to go out and do in the community other than what I'm doing right now. I would like to go into the underserved areas of my community and start workshops to educate the youth in those areas. That's been one of my main goals for many, many years right now. And I guess this is one way I'm doing it, behind the camera and stuff like that. But it's nothing like hands-on personal experience. I mean, personal interaction with the community to teach them something and get them, give them a skill as well. I did have a taste of that when I was an instructor at a welding school nonprofit out here, and I'll tell you, it was quite a rewarding experience once again to be able to touch people's lives in that way, right? But I decided to start my own platform here on the internet and reach a wider audience, okay, of all stripes, of all walks of life, and that's been very rewarding in itself. But this enterprise, what I do here, okay, along with the little team I do have of 2 or 3 people, it does take more than us to help support this channel, right? So that's why we put out products, okay, for you guys, because we don't necessarily believe in, or really stress the donations and all that good stuff. We created our own products to serve you guys, and we would love for you guys to partake in the products that we serve. Like I said, you guys can check out the merch, you can check out the website, and see what we have to offer. All in the name of giving you guys a physical, tangible token of appreciation, in the form of products and services. So go ahead and check out Calibrate.com. You see the link right there on the screen, Calibrate. You see the name. Check out what we have. Once again, we have merch underneath the videos as well. Okay, and we would love for you guys to have our products. Okay, but yeah, guys, if you're trying to really accomplish something in life, you have to plant those seeds. You got to plant those seeds, and it's not going to sprout right away, right? But you still have to nurture those seeds, even though you don't see the results right away. And it will happen for you. That's the universal law. That's what I believe in. Okay, that's just what I believe in. Not what I believe in. It's what I know. It's what I've experienced in my own life, right? Where I planted seeds, whether I did it intentionally or not. Where you are now is a result of your own thoughts. In other words, right? It doesn't mean that it's not things are not influenced by external factors that you had no control of. But for the most part, your thoughts trump external factors, right? So you can overcome just about any circumstance, any hardship, if you understand how powerful you are as a human being, and even more than a human being. You're even more than a human being, right? You have that godlike nature within you that just happened to be housed in a human body. All right. But once again, in this world, there's trials and tribulations, and there's reasons for that. That's what makes you grow. Like I'll give the analogy like I've given in the past, right? It's like going to the gym, right? You need resistance training in order to develop strength. Okay, you need resistance training in order to develop a strong body, right? And it's the same thing with life. It's the same thing with starting a business. It's the same thing with starting an enterprise from scratch. It's like walking in that gym. You're going to be challenged by all kinds of things, right? And you're going to be, things that may not go the way you want. But that's the resistance training that you need in order to become a stronger operator, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't just want to accomplish things. You want to be an operator. You want to be, someone who can be, have everything stripped from them, and then, come back and gain it all back and even more. Okay. But that can't happen unless you go through the trials and tribulations of whatever you're trying to achieve. I mean, if it comes easy, then you're destined to lose it all and not be able to, or at least not hold on to it when you do get it, if you do get it. Okay. So yeah, it's discipline, dedication, and having a schedule, an actual tangible schedule that you stick to. I mean, if you look around, just look at nature, right? Nature is on a schedule all the time. The sun comes up at a certain time. The moon, there's a full moon at a certain time a month. That's all, everything. If you just look at nature, you can use the principles of nature and apply it to your life, right? It's teaching you right there. No, sorry, I thought I went out there. The internet blinked out on me. Yeah, it's teaching you what to do. The principles of nature teach you what to do. And by the way, guys, my voice is kind of raspy. I'm kind of getting over you know, a cold. So, just bear with me on that. So if you follow the principles of nature, just the simple things, get up every day, stick to it, have a schedule, uh, stick to that schedule, right? And then watch things grow, right? It's like a farmer. If he plants the seeds, he knows the seasons. He knows when certain seeds are going to sprout. He knows all of that, right? All you got to do is stick to the schedule. You don't necessarily have to know all the details of how things are going to work out, but at least have a framework when it comes to your actions in life. Have a framework that you stick to. And that's what, that's all you really need to do, right? Stick to that and then let everything else happen on its own, because it will. It's a universal law, right? It will happen on its own. You just got to keep putting in the actions and the efforts, right? And that's what's called nurturing that seed that you have. But do you have a goal, right? My goal right now is to reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. 100,000. I'm putting it out there, reach 100,000 subscribers, serve 100,000 people by the content that I put out there in the world, and also serve them with products and services that Caliber 8 provides. Okay. All right. And that's my goal right now. Okay, guys. And you guys can help me get there. Matter of fact, I can't do it without you guys, to be honest with you. All right. So if you haven't followed us or at least subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and help us get to this goal. Okay. It's not just my goal, it's our goal. If you've been with me for any length of time, I'm dedicated to what I do, what this is. And, would love to have you guys support in that way. But I want to see you guys succeed as well, right? I want to see you guys succeed as well. Matter of fact, if you, let me see here. Let me go to the comments. Mm-hmm. Tell me in the comments what your goal is, if you have any. Tell me in the comments what kind of goal you have, at least for the next 6 months. If you can't answer that question, then you really got to sit down and think long and hard of where you want to be, right? Because you should always have a particular goal in mind that's non-negotiable, where you want to be. Because if not, then you're never going to get there, because you don't have a destination, right? You don't have a point of reference to direct you in a certain path. Therefore, your actions will be haphazard, right? Because they're not focused. They're not. You haven't trained your actions toward a certain goal yet, right? So what are you going to do? Your day is going to be filled with meaningless, haphazard actions, right? Because you haven't set the tone. You haven't led yourself correctly. You have to lead yourself, or you're gonna be led by mediocre thoughts and actions. And it's that simple. Okay, it's that simple. You have to declare what your goals are, even though they haven't happened yet, and that's what a goal is. It hasn't happened yet, right? But you have to declare it with your words and actions, and don't be scared to do that either. I mean, I hear some people say, "Oh, well, yeah, keep your goals to yourself," and I understand that, right? Because you're gonna have the haters out there that try to derail you. But that's only because they're scared. They're scared that you're gonna succeed, and then they're gonna have to look at themselves, right? Or the smart ones will say, "Yeah, well, I'm motivated." So you're either going to have two people in your life. Think about this. You're going to think about the people that you're surrounded by, and that includes family, that includes friends, that includes whoever, right? And most of the time, it's the people that are closest to you, right? Tell them what you want to do, right? Because either the people in your life are either two things. There's really no in between. They're either motivated by you, or they are intimidated by you, right? Either they're motivated by you or they're intimidated by you. And, unfortunately, you'll find that sometimes the people that are closest to you are actually intimidated by you. And what do people like that do? They try to undermine you, or they just simply distance themselves from you because they feel that your light's too bright for them, right? And maybe you could be that person that's intimidated by someone else. But I would behoove you to say, okay, don't be intimidated by that person. Be motivated by them if they're doing something positive, right? If they're doing something positive, you can learn from anybody, right? You can learn from anybody. So yeah, the relationships is pretty much the basis of what I'm talking about tonight. Um, if I don't form a good relationship with my audience, then my audience won't support what I do, right? And that's my whole goal is to form as many good relationships as I can with people that are on the same page, and I suggest you do the same. Because when you're on the same page, people will not be hesitant to support you in any form or fashion. They won't be hesitant to support you. They won't be hesitant to buy your products. If you got some legit products out there, they won't be hesitant to buy your products. They won't be hesitant to support your efforts on the internet. They won't be hesitant to support what you do out there in the community, because you shouldn't be hesitant to do the same for them. So when we're talking, when I talk about investing in our communities, especially the underserved communities, and everybody knows who we're talking about here, because they're the ones that needs the most upliftment, to be honest with you, right? They're the ones that need the most upliftment. If you don't support them, how can they support you, right? Simple and plain. How can they support you, right? And we tend to have this, unfortunately, some of us have this mentality of, well, I got mine, get yours, this every man for himself type of attitude. And I think that has been the downfall as well as of the community, right? Because people have been struggling so long and they've been going through so much that they feel that, they don't have the time or energy to support anybody else. And that's a sad situation, because now everybody's about, I got mine, get yours, and nobody wants to support the next man. And that's the reason why certain communities stay on a certain level, because they have to struggle so hard that they feel, hey, look, I'm not reaching back, and we shouldn't think like that. We should always be ready to support and lift the next man up, whether that's investing in his business, supporting his business, supporting his community, his or her community, his or her business. And yeah, there's a lot of us doing that already. Yeah. And you can tell on the internet, there's, I'm not saying everybody's doing that, but as a whole, we cannot afford to not do that. Okay. So if you see someone in your community on the internet, pushing their products and it's a good product, go ahead and support that person. Go ahead and support that person. If you see somebody serving the community more than they're asking from the community, go ahead and support that person, right? Don't just look at them on the internet. Most people people like myself, we treat this as a business. Okay, this is not just some social experiment. This is actually an actual way to get ourselves out here. And thank goodness for the internet to be, to allow, a business or, to an enterprise to reach millions of people. That's a great thing. But we also need to back it up. We don't just want to be watched. Okay, we want to be supported as well, so we can support. It's reciprocal. It's a cycle. Okay, so if you invest in your community, whether they're on the internet, whether they're not on the internet, that's like an investment in yourself. Okay, and that's pretty much what I want to say tonight. And once again, I appreciate you guys supporting Calibrate thus far. I got to say that every now and then. I don't want you guys to think I'm not appreciative of every last subscriber that I have. Okay. Of everybody that buys Calibrate's products. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And because, that's pretty much what I'm talking about here on this live tonight. So guys, if you want to continue to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and get some of the products. At least check out what we have. because that keeps the lights on. That keeps this whole mission of Calibrate going, which is to teach people and educate people and give them the tools they need to be more self-sufficient when it comes to, the trades, tools, and give them the information they need to get ahead, especially our young folks who may not have a direction in life. And I'm focused on the trades here on this channel. There's a lot of other industries young folks can get into, but this is my lane right here. This is the one I chose to show that, shine the light on, especially for our young folks who may not think that they have an opportunity out there because of whatever, right? There's a lot of opportunity out there. Okay. So guys, continue to support the channel and allow me to continue to open up the eyes of folks, teach them things. We all learn together, by the way. I don't know everything, okay? But I love learning something and bringing it to you guys. Identify, I just want to say thank you for your videos as someone who wasn't really Identify. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. I just wanted to say thank you for your videos as someone who wasn't really familiar with tools 100% and specific function, etc. Your channel has been extremely helpful to me. Hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate that so much. That's what it's about for me. I'll put that out there. That's what it's about for me, right? Identify 7. That's why I created this channel right here, okay? So we could all learn together and, help each other along the way, right? Because every project that we start, every project that we struggle through, every project that we complete is just, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you. And if Calibrate has a part in someone's success in learning about a tool or whatever to help them, in their life or a project or job or whatever, hey man, that's what the job I'm doing right here. That's what I'm doing right here on the channel. Okay. And, I'll continue to do it and continue to expand into different creative ways to do that. Constantly thinking of creative ways to do that. This is a business, however, and having you guys support Calibrate as a business is very much appreciated as well. Okay, so once again, check out the products and services we have, and we'll continue to put this content out, guys. But Identify 7, man, thank you for that. I really appreciate you saying that, right? That just validates what we do over here. Anyway, guys, I wish you guys much success. Once again, this year is whizzing by, it's flying by. And the beauty of that is that every day, every second, you have the opportunity to change the direction of your life. I don't care how it looks right now. I don't care what you've been through. Right this very second, you have the opportunity to take your life in another direction just by changing your thought, just like that, right? And yeah, we got habits that we all have to overcome and stuff like that. But sometimes you can just change it just like that, just by waking up, right? At least getting on the road to change. And eventually it may be a slow turn, but it's going to be a U-turn in another more positive direction. Okay? Believe that, guys. You got more control, more power than you think you have, regardless of what's going on out there in the world that you think you're powerless to. You're not. Okay? Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to end it with that. And you guys be safe out there. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.